Hi, it's Alane Freund here. I am on my front porch and I'm just doing some little deck push-ups, stretching, doing what I've been preaching in terms of getting ready for the big time change, which is coming up this weekend, November 4th to 5th in the U.S. Happened last week in Europe. I wish Doc would just move over here. Could you just sit over here? My arms a little further apart. There you go, sis. I got my little black and white animals out here. Got a couple of horses up at the barn that are black and white now, too. Hi, sissy. So the best way to prepare for big transitions is get a bunch of sunlight, especially morning and afternoon. I'm midday right now, but I'll take it when I can get it because I live in a big forest and we don't get a lot of sun at our house. And the sunlight and exercise and hydration. So I'm really working on that. The big thing I wanted to talk about today on this live is the fact that tomorrow, Friday, but it'll be on the store if you missed it, the Are You Highly Sensitive store. Tomorrow I'm teaching a masterclass on transforming suffering as a sensitive. I get so many emails and questions from highly sensitive people about how they suffer and how they feel so stuck and caught in their suffering, especially when there's something big going on in the world where many other people are suffering. And one of the things that we will be talking about tomorrow is how we can harden our hearts around getting stuck in pity or sorrow when others are suffering. Because in fact, that does not serve us, and it doesn't serve the people who are suffering. What's the answer? Well, it has to be about inner compassion and self-compassion and coming to a place of understanding ourselves so that we can best help the world energetically, because that's what sensitive people are supposed to do. So I'm practicing what I preach and doing my best to take care of myself, and I hope you are too. I really wish for you a tremendous amount of inner and self-compassion, and that you keep working on that recipe that brings you to your best place within yourself, so that the compassion that you send out to the world is clean and pure. And tomorrow in this masterclass, I'm going to be teaching some great practices from spiritual teachers that I follow and adapting them for highly sensitive people. So I hope you'll join us. There'll also be a live Q&A, and people are submitting their questions already for the Q&A. People who can't be there live are sending me in their questions. And there's some lovely questions, a whole beautiful long letter about dealing with the war and how it's impacting highly sensitive people. And also I get questions about, unresolved, unhealed childhood trauma and how it's still impacting sensitive people. So what do you do when you get stuck and trapped in that complex of being really controlled by your ACEs, your adverse childhood experiences? That's the cat playing with the phone. So what do you do when you get trapped in those moments, those experiences? Let's see if I can get her a little bit better on here. There you go. There you go, Doc. Well, maybe you spend more time letting your little emotional support animal run energy for you, like this little gal does. All my animals do. It takes conscious work. So what is the conscious work you're doing? And here's a little trick. A lot of times compassion practices come from Buddhism, and I know that many people have different religions. So I invite you to take what you like and leave the rest. And you know what's going to happen? Tomorrow in this class, I'm going to teach how some of these compassion practices are equally valid and equally valuable, whether they are a prayer, a chant, or a meditation. But it always has to start with us. As highly sensitive people, we're the emotional leaders. So what does emotional leadership look like to you and for you in your life? Well, I'm going to go out there and do some horse chores as part of my preparation for tomorrow's class, because the more I move my body, the better teacher I am and the better emotional leader I am. So I hope that you are out there in your world leading with your emotions and showing the rest of the world that what's good for highly sensitive people is good for all people. Thanks for joining in, and I'll see you very soon. Please subscribe or follow me wherever you see this. I really appreciate it. Bye now.